Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Super Mario Odyssey League Race here on the Global Speedrun Association. Today we have Orolme versus LilKirbs14, and I am solo commentating this one. I do not have a co-commentator this time. And yeah, it looks like both runners are going to be readying up here, and we're going to be starting up in just a moment. Since LilKirbs is on 1.0, it looks like he is getting his first file loaded right now. And looks like he is going to the menu, and we're going to be starting up. I think the streams are a little bit off sync here, though, so hopefully we'll be able to get that fixed pretty quickly. And it looks like we are good now. The runners looked to be synced up, or pretty close at least. And yeah, both runners are going to be starting off in the Cap Kingdom as per usual. I don't expect anything to go wrong here for these runners other than maybe like left side at the very end. This kingdom is like the most played kingdom because you have to do this kingdom pretty much the same way for every single category in this game. So uh, I don't expect many mistakes here. Kingdom typically is the easiest kingdom for these high level runners. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It looks like Curbs is just a little bit ahead right now. Maybe like half a second or so, not too much. And that could just be because of cleaner movement. I do not know what is happening with Curbs stream right now, but Orolme is going to be okay. It looks like his stream has had a hiccup there. Not a big deal. But both runners are going to be going on to left side right now. And it looks like Orolme is going to get this no problem. And it looks like the same for Curbs there. Both runners pretty much having a very clean cap. And they're going to be moving on to the Cascade Kingdom now. Looks like Curbs is getting a 221 cap, and Orolme is getting a 223 cap exit. Both very, very good times. The 221 is very impressive, especially for a race. So, yeah, both runners are in, just landing in the Cascade Kingdom now. Moving on to first immune skip. Curbs attempting it right now. Looks like he might be going for the wall jumpless method, and it looks like he did get wall jumpless. Let's see if... Okay, Orolme is going for wall jump, and he gets it as well. Curbs taking a bunk there. Very unfortunate, which is giving Orolme the lead here. Moving into Dino Skip. Both runners are moving on to the Madame Brutal boss fight now. This boss fight is pretty easy for a lot of these high-level runners, just basic muscle memory, although they can mess it up, but I doubt it. This boss fight has stayed the same for many, many months now, so I don't expect either of these runners to mess it up. And as you can see, they're both pretty much doing it the same exact way, and killing off that boss just like that with backflips and putting Cappy out. And just like that, they're going to be going on to grab the final 2 moons in Cascade and move on to the Sand Kingdom. And looks like Curbs is going to be getting to this first cliffside moon just a little bit faster on the Orolme here. And moving on to a chest clip now. Going to be doing a backflip and going to be clipping through the ceiling here. I think both runners got it. Yeah, Curbs got it. Let's see if Orolme... Ooh, no, Orolme not getting it. I thought that was more than enough height, but I guess not. Having to do a little bit of an awkward backup. And not too bad. That only loses like maybe like 3 or 4 seconds, I would say. Not too much at all. Definitely a minor mistake. It's not going to kill his run or anything. And the Curves is going to be going into the Sand Kingdom with like a 5 or so second lead. And but that can very much change here in the Sand Kingdom. Sand Kingdom has two very hard and noteworthy strats here, or notable strats. The Dram strat, and then right after that, they're going to be going for Sphinx Clip. Both of which can lose you a lot of time if you mess them up. So we can definitely see a lead change here in Sand. The Curbs lead is not set in stone yet. But before those two strats, the runners are going to be grabbing a couple of quick and easy moons. First, they're going to be grabbing this Bell Moon here, and then going to be moving into the Pipe ground pad moon here. Okay, looks like Curbs is keeping his lead, moving into Dram strat here. Both runners are going to be using an up throw to capture the bullet bill here and warp up to the top. Looks like Curbs is going for the Ice Dram variant, where he's going to be doing a spin throw or a spin jump into an up throw here to capture the bullet bill just a little bit quicker. And Orolme seems to be going for that as well. Curbs getting the Ice Dram strat, and oh no, Orolme getting a spin throw there, missing the strat entirely, giving Curbs an even bigger lead right now going into Sphinx Clip. And Orolme missing up the icicle movement as well quite a bit. Oh no, this is a very poor start for Orolme here. Orolme has no idea what he's doing right here. This is very unfortunate. Oh my god. Okay, it looks like Orolme got his act together and figured out how to get up that icicle there. But for now, we'll be moving our attention onto Curbs' screen here as he's getting going for the double clip variant of Sphinx Clip, getting the first clip first try. Hopefully he can get the second clip first try, because if not, he will have a little bit of a messy bird cycle here at the end. But he does get the second clip first try as well, so his bird cycle will not be an issue at all. He'll definitely be able to make the bird and grab them in at the very end. Let's see if Orolme can do the same here. Oh, Curbs is taking damage to that cactus there. Orolme going for the single clip variant and getting the clip first try. Losing a little bit of time to Curbs' double clip method, but still very good nonetheless. Oh no, Orolme missing the box with the bullet bill there. Very unfortunate. I've definitely done that myself, but it's very rare for that to happen. That's very unfortunate. Orolme having just probably one of the worst Sand Kingdoms you could ask for here. Losing so much time. But Curbs is going to be going for notes here. Optimally, you want to get all these notes as one single spin throw, We'll see if we can do it here, and he can. That is what notes done optimally looks like. Using one spin throw to grab every single note on that tree there. Orolme. Ooh, is Orolme gonna be able to get that bird? Okay, it looks like he's gonna have to get it on the second go around there. The bird makes 2 loops around this little pond here, and it looks like he's gonna have to grab it on the second loop here. But still managing to get the moon, which is the important thing. So Curb is having a very huge lead going into Lake. Probably one of the biggest leads I've ever seen for someone leaving sand. So the most notable thing here in the Lake Kingdom is a lake clip. I do expect Curbs to go for it, so we'll have to see if he chooses to go for it or not after he grabs one more moon at the end of this zipper hallway here. Okay, looks like Curbs is opting to go for a lake clip. And getting a very quick setup there. Okay, looks like he did everything properly there. Looks like he did open up the chest, and he got that very quickly, so he's definitely going to be getting the full amount of time saved from this trick for sure. Alright, I didn't mean he got... I meant he got the checkpoint, not the chest, my bad. I'm going to try to see if Curbs is going to opt to go for a down throw here. He is. So yeah, runners opt to switch to Joy-Cons just for that one down throw there, because it does save almost a second, so it's definitely worthwhile to go for that. I'm interested to see if Orolme opts to go for Light Clip or not, though. He is not. He's going to be going for the old traditional Rango route here. So Curbs is going to be grabbing the secret room moon here, and then going to be warping to the Odyssey and moving on to Wooded, while Orolme still has to go through and fight Rango. So far, though, this is a very clean run from Curbs. I can't even think of a notable mistake from Curbs' run so far. He's playing really, really well going into Wooded here. Hopefully he can keep that up. But Curbs is going to be landing in the Wooded Kingdom now. And this is probably the scariest kingdom for this run because of the nut clip strategy they're going to be going for here. Where if you do not make the clip, you could end up falling into deep woods and losing 1.5 to 2 minutes. So definitely got to make sure that doesn't happen for Curbs here. Believe it or not, even with how far Curbs is ahead here, if he does fall into deep woods, we could see a lead change. But Curb is coming up to the nut clip here. Okay, looks like he did clip there. Let's see if he's able to get all the out-of-bounds movement correctly. That looks to be good. And a perfect out-of-bounds movement from Kirbs there. Moving on to the ramp. Looks like he got that ramp pretty good as well. And they're going to be grabbing this one last moon before continuing on with the route and finishing up the nut clip section of the route. Let's see if Orolme is able to get this nut clip as well. Hopefully it does not lose more time on top of what he lost in sand. He definitely wants to try to gain as much time as he can on Kirbs. Not every little bit is going to help him with how far behind he is. So hopefully he's able to get this nut clip pretty good here. Looks like he did clip there. Yeah. Now he just has to nail this out-of-bounds movement. Getting the first part, setting up for the second wall jump here. And that looks to be good. He shouldn't clip back in bounds with that. As long as he can get back in bounds and perfect. Getting that out of bounds and not ending up falling into deep woods. But right now, we can see Kirbs just nailing the Flower Road skip movement. And they're going to be moving on to the tower to grab 2 quick moons before doing the Spirit skip route. I would assume he's going to be doing. We see Orolme going to be grabbing the Piranha Plant Moon here, and they're going to be setting up for Flower Road Skip. Hopefully can get it in just as clean as Kirbs did. But now Kirbs is going for the Spirit Skip route right here. Nailing the buffer jump there so he doesn't get the static feet there that Mario likes to give you if you fall from too high. Very quick movement for the Spirit Skip route so far from Kirbs. But we see Orolme struggling with Flower Road Skip right now. But luckily, he doesn't die. That's the biggest thing. As long as you can get this trick without dying, that is the biggest thing. Oh no, Kirbs messing up fast pipes there. Getting a very good backup though. That backup was incredible. Not losing very much time to that at all. But now Orolme is doing the Spirit Skip route as well. Gonna be breaking up in the nut around the corner here and then going into fast pipes, which Orolme is having a little bit of trouble with there. Having trouble with breaking open the nut and then grabbing the moon. Okay, hopefully Orolme can have a better flooded pipes than Kirbs did here. If he can, not messing up that strat at all and moving on to Cloud. And ooh, that was very close. I'm surprised Bowser did not pick up the hat from Curbs there. That was very close. But Curve is starting up the Lost Kingdom here. Wow, Orolme is starting up the Cloud Kingdom. I'm gonna be going full aggro on this butterfly and just completely destroying his life here before moving on to the moon on this spinning platform here. Now Curbs is going to be walking onto Klepto's platform here to trigger him so he doesn't steal Cappy for the rest of the time that we are in this kingdom. Oop, Curbs messing up that spin throw it looks like he was going for there. Getting an up throw instead. Oh no! Curbs messing up the cage triple, and Orolme messing up Meme Tree here right at the very beginning. Both runners taking a death at the same exact time. Very unfortunate. But as long as Curbs does not touch the ground here, he will not trigger Klepto, and he can finish off the kingdom and just move on to Metro. Although Curbs is going to have to take an extra death there under the bridge because he cannot back it up because he will trigger Klepto and have Cappy stolen. So Curbs is going to be starting up the Metro Kingdom here. Pretty scripted movement for the Night Metro portion. Typically, we like to try to do the same exact movement every single time. So hopefully can nail that movement before moving on to the Mecha Wiggler boss fight here. Ooh, it looks like Curbs is going for the new, faster tower movement here. Very quick tower movement there. That's very impressively so pull that off that great in a race there. Very, very impressive tower movement. That's new. That movement was newly come up with by Goryuya, I believe. And it saves like a second or so over the old tower movement that we used to do. And now Curbs is going to be going on to the Mecha Wiggler boss fight. Hopefully he's able to get a nice and clean 2 cycle here and not lose any time to this boss. Although this boss is very RNG dependent, so hopefully the RNG works out in his favor. Curve's not getting the best wiggler in the world here, having to go back and back up and get an extra shot in there to get the last eye. Ideally, you don't want to have to back up to get an extra shot in. You just want to get them right in a row, but he was not able to do that, unfortunately. But that definitely did not lose him too much time at all.
See that?
But Curbs is setting up Day Metro here, while Orolme is going to be moving on to the second phase of the Mecha Wiggler boss fight. Hopefully can get better RNG than Curbs did there and can save a little bit of time on him by getting just a slightly better pattern. Looks like both Wigglers are pretty much equal here for the runners. Both of them having to back up and get one extra shot in on the last eye. Curve is just finishing off the early Metro movement and going to be moving on to grab the Spider Eye and the second musician over on the island. Let's see if Orolme is able. Okay, Orolme able to get Scooter Clip first try there on the drive-by. Not losing any time to that at all. But missing the second Metro Dram Strike here, gonna have to dive over and capture the pole. Curve is getting the moon above the pole. You're going to be going for the bullseye here. Hopefully he's able to get this. Perfect. And he's going to be moving on to the People's Room now. And then going to be warping back to the Odyssey and finishing off Metro Kingdom. And it looks like Curbs is going to be getting like a 30.05 or 6 Metro exit, I would say. Yeah, 30.05 Metro exit, which is very, very good, especially for a race. Definitely very impressive. Curbs is playing very well today. Ooh, we're only taking a bonk there, trying to get the dive cancel on the edge there. And missing the bullseye strat as well. Curbs talking to Captain Toad here, seeing what's up with him before going into Cavaria, starting up the Snow Kingdom. Or at least the main part of the Snow Kingdom. Ooh, Curbs taking a bonk there. He messed up his setup whenever he got that ledge cap and wasn't able to back it up very good there, unfortunately. Curbs trying to go for the snow clip there, but unfortunately he did miss it. But it's not a big deal because that min clip only saves about a second or so. But Orolme is now entering into Shiveria. Going to be starting up his main part of the Snow Kingdom route right here. Looks like Orolme was able to get the snow clip there. Saving just a little bit of time on Curbs with that. Like I said earlier, that clip does save around a second. Orolme also going for the optimal leaving one Spiny alive strat. By killing that one Spiny with Mario instead of the Bully Joey, the camera does pan less, which does save a couple of seconds. That Curbs is going to be setting up for Snow Gym now. Probably the scariest part of Snow Kingdom. Hopefully he's able to get this first try. Going for the quick setup here. And he makes it first try. Very good, not losing any time to that strat at all. Gonna be moving on to Seaside Kingdom now. But now Orolme is going to be going to the Snow Kingdom shop. He's going to be buying a moon, and then he's going to be setting up for Snowdrome. Hopefully he's able to get it first try, just like Curbs did, and not end up losing like 15 seconds per attempt. Okay, Orolme setting up for Snowdrome now. And he does get it first try. Very good, not going to be losing any time that strat either. But now we should watch Curbs as he goes for the new Seaside Kingdom reroute. Taking a bonk there, unfortunately, but he's going for the new reroute now. Going to be rolling over it to this cheap here. And he's going to be going straight for this chest moon over here. And skipping out on the notes moon entirely with this new reroute. Okay, so Curbs is going to be grabbing one more moon over here before setting up for the new Seaside, or one more moon after this Dory moon here. And he's going to be setting up for the new Seaside out of bounds clip. He's going to be using this cheap that he has captured now to clip out of bounds and grab 2 moons to out of bounds. We're going to be putting this cheap right into this wall here. Uncapturing it, then recapturing it so we can clip right through this wall here. He's going to be grabbing this Alcove Moon from out of bounds. And he's going to be getting the Sphinx's Treasure Moon by just going into the loading zone right there and then grabbing the chest. And it looks like Orolme is also opting to go for the new Seaside reroute as well. Orolme is also going to be going for this new cheap out of bounds clip here in just a second after he grabs this 1 moon right here. Kirby's going for Salt Triple right here. Having no problems with that at all. Orolme going for this out bounce clip here. Getting it first try as well. He's, like I said earlier, he's going to be going for this Alcove Moon and then the Sphinx's Treasure Chest Moon. Before leaving and moving on to the Luncheon Kingdom. Herb is finishing up his spirit fight here before moving on to the rest of the Luncheon Kingdom. Orolme now landing in the Luncheon Kingdom. Going for the Salt Triple Jump here right off the bat. Ooh, unfortunately failing it right there. Gonna have to back it up using the Salt Triple, I guess, again. Okay, making it second try. Very unfortunate that I did fail at the first try there, for sure. Orolme starting up the Spirit Fight here, while Curbs is going to be going for this Pillar Moon, and then going to be going over to the Salt Pile Isle. Curbs is making the Pit of Cycle here with no problem. And going to be moving on to the fourth room here. Looks like Curbs got that Forks room with no problem. But Curbs is going to be moving on to probably the scariest part of this kingdom now, which is the turnip clip right here. He's going to be grabbing this turnip and using a turnip and a Pambro to clip into a cage which has a moon inside. That looks like a decent turnip throw. I don't know if this will work or not. It will, and he's able to get that turnip clip very quickly there with no problems. Curbs is going to be grabbing the moon behind this mountain here before grabbing the meat moon and finishing off Luncheon Kingdom. Looks like Orolme also got a very good fork stream here. And he's going to be leaving this room with no problems. Orolme now going to be setting up for the turnip clip here. That looks like a pretty good throw. He now just needs to get the Pambro and the clip into the cage. Perfect. Getting that clip first try as well. Not having many problems with that clip at all. Curbs now starting up the Dragon Boss fight here. This boss fight is very slow, and there's really not too many ways to speed it up other than just using damage boosts to get on top of his head a little bit early. This boss fight is unfortunately more of a side score than anything, and there's, like I said, there's really not too many ways to speed it up. Just gotta deal with it and get through fighting him here. Looks like Kirby is about to finish up this dragon boss fight here, though. And he's going to be able to move on to the Bowser's Kingdom, which is probably one of the scariest kingdoms in the entire run. There was a lot that can go wrong in Bowser's, but hopefully Kirby can come out on top and not lose a ton of time in Bowser's. But Orolme is doing the dragon boss fight now as well. Just need to use damage boosts and to get on top of his head a little bit early. Pull up the keys and then ground pound his head 3 times to kill off this boss. But Kirby's just setting up the Bowser's Kingdom here. Gonna be making his way over to this ogre here. And ground pounding his head to kill him off. But Orolme is also finishing off this dragon here. And he's going to be joining Kirby in the Bowser's Kingdom. Kirby is moving on to a very scary section now, which is Shard. A lot can go wrong here if he does not get the optimal movement. So hopefully he's able to get it and not have much trouble with this part. We're just getting the dive backtrack there. He's able to move on to the third shard here. Getting the fourth one quickly as well. Unfortunately, taking some damage to this Pokia, but it doesn't matter. Still able to use that first bomb there to break open that box and not having to wait at all. He's able to move on to the Harriet and Topper boss battles. Oh no, Kirby's messing up this Bowser Dram strat here. Getting it third try, very unfortunate. He's losing quite a bit of time to that, unfortunately. Orolme also moving up, messing up some quicker movement to the Spark Pylon here. But Curbs is going to be joining the Harriet first gang. He's going to be going on to kill Harriet first here before moving on to the Topper boss battle. Orolme moving on to shards here. Let's see if he's able to get everything clean here. Getting the bad backtrack there. Moving on to the third shard here. Ooh, I'm messing up the movement, getting on top of that roof there. Not too big of a deal though. That's only a couple seconds lost. Ooh, I thought he was definitely going to take a bonk or get hit by that bomb there, but he's able to just barely avoid that bomb. And he's able to get this last shard successfully without much trouble at all. Orolme getting that Bowser Dram strat there first try, while Curbs is going for the Crate Moon here. Getting that first try as well, and now he's going to be going for a blind jump over the void here, because you cannot control the camera at all at this part, but making it over, no problem. He's going to be going for the climb now, before starting up. Oh no! Curbs! Oh my god, that recovery! Curbs messing up the fast Pinocchio movement there. And having to back it up very awkwardly. That's a very impressive save. I thought he was for sure dead there. That could have been very bad for Curbs, but luckily he was able to back it up quite well there. And now he's able to move on to the Mecha Brutal boss fight here. Hopefully he can still pull it out successfully, even though he's probably like a little bit shaken up after that one. Okay, getting this Rango hit very quickly here, no problems. Moving on to Topper here. Ooh, that's new. That's very impressive. I've never seen someone land directly on top of him like that before. Killing Harriet third here, and going to be going for the targeter's card strat right now. And nailing it. Getting Mecha Brutal killed, no problem here. Moving on to the final kingdom, which is the Kingdom. Orolme getting this blind jump over the void here, no problem. And he's going to be starting up the climb now, before starting up the Mecha Brutal boss battle. Hopefully he can have a clean Mecha Brutal, just like Curbs did. Oh no, Orolme is struggling with climbing the leg there. Gonna have to reset it up from scratch. But getting that leg climb better the second try. Luckily, and he's gonna moving on to this topper hit here. Getting that topper hit with no problem. Oh no, Orolme missing target acquired there. Having to grab a bird and gonna have to climb this mech all the way back up to kill Topper here or Spirit here at the end. Very unfortunate mech from Orolme there. Curb setting up for a Moonkiss skip now, though. Getting it with no problems. Moving on to the Bowser boss fight here on the moon. Curb is going for the spin throw instant hat capture strat there, getting it with no problems. And getting this first hit on Bowser here. Curb is getting the second instant hat capture with no problems. Nailing the second hit on Bowser. No problems here as well. Let's see if we can get all three instant hat captures and hits on Bowser with no problem here. This third instant hat capture definitely is the easiest one. You have a lot more of a window to get the backflip because of this damage boost he's going to be going for here. So I don't expect him to mess this up, and he doesn't. Getting the third instant hat capture, I'm going to be moving on to escape with no problems in this Bowser fight at all. Now, as long as he pretty much doesn't die to escape here, he should have this win in the bag. The only thing I can think of him failing in escape here is just dying to 2D skip. And that would be the only thing that could possibly kill his race here. Ooh, Orolme almost failing getting onto the walkway here, or the red carpet for the church here. Almost taking a bonk on having to redo Mooncave skip, but luckily he didn't and was able to back it up. And Curb is getting 2D skip there. No problems. Moving on to pillars and gonna be finishing off the race here with the win. Orolme getting that spin throw instant hat capture, no problems. While Curbs is starting up pillars here. Curb is getting the early pillar there, having to use a few extra fireballs, but not too much of a big deal. Knocking down the third pillar here with no problems. And going to be moving on to this final pillar before ending off his run. Having a little bit of an awkward last pillar here from Curbs. But he's able to get it with no problems. Oh no! Curbs taking a pillar's death! That's very unfortunate. That is very rare. He was not able to recover from getting that last pillar there. He had no platforms to work with. And he's now having to restart escape entirely. That's very unfortunate and very, very rare. This is definitely giving Orolme a chance to get a lot of points back that he would have lost if Curbs had finished up that pillars without dying there. Looks like Curbs is still going to be able to take the victory on this race, even after a pillar's death. But definitely still very unfortunate for Curbs. Curbs are getting a little bit of a better early pillar there this time around. Hopefully it does not take another pillar's death, or else that would definitely guarantee him a loss for this race. Having a little bit of trouble with that third pillar there, but still fine. And Curbs having definitely a much cleaner fourth pillar there. Maybe not. Is he going to do the same exact thing again? Okay, no. Playing it a little bit safer this time. And is able to come out of this race on top with the victory. Definitely scary there on the fourth pillar again. But luckily he did not die this time. And is able to come out with the victory with a time of 1:03:11. And it looks like Orolme is going to be finishing up his race as well with a time of around, I think that's going to be like a low 1:03:40. Yeah, 1:03:41. Only 30 seconds behind Little Curbs. And now we have Little Curbs in the call. How you doing today, Curbs? What do you think about that run?
I mean, couldn't really do anything at that point because I tried to save it. I knew the platform would be far away, but like, oh well, whatever. I'll still take a win, I guess.
A win with the pillar's death. I think that's probably the first time anyone can ever say that.
Definitely. I haven't seen this before, but the rest of the run was alright, I guess. Kind of sloppy. Nosebleed Lake was really good. I haven't gotten it, the lake clip first try today at all, so I was happy about that. Wooded, I think that went alright overall. Big game was kind of sloppy, but that's alright. I can improve upon that. The save in Bowser's, that was very interesting. I'm very surprised I survived. Sometimes when I do that strat, the fast Pokio, my input gets dropped for actually pecking it. So usually I can react fast enough, but I was too low. And I guess somehow I wall jumped back up. But I'll have to fix that before I do runs again.
Yeah, it was definitely very scary, and it was a very good save on your part. But I think that's all we got here for this race. Up next, we have a Celeste race with Emush versus a Flare Bear. That is at 6 p.m. EST. In just a couple of minutes here, we're going to be going on a short intermission. And yeah, have a great rest of your night, guys.